Hey, St. Margaret's, we miss you so much. I'm so excited to be back at youth, and I can't wait to see you guys soon.
Sundays would be boring without St. Margaret's.
Well, it's doing better now that I'm attending school and getting more friends. When we were first realized we were moving, um, most of my friends lived in my neighborhood. But I had to drive by and they couldn't come in my house, we couldn't get close. And so it was hard to say goodbye, even when it was half of my friends and not of course I couldn't do the whole group, but it was hard saying goodbye to all my friends. We're counting it.
3 months.
3 months.
Getting over here was fine. It was just, it's hard traveling because you have to be careful when you go to stop.
It was only hard because I'm I love designing and I get anxious and stuff when things are not perfect. And so it was fine when I first moved in. I missed everyone, but decorating my room made things better. Well, we wear masks. We wash our hands after we go to the store or something. Yeah, we don't go to restaurants. The kids, my siblings, we usually don't go to stores, just the parents. Play outside with friends that live right there, but we don't go inside, and we make sure to keep distance. One of us usually is with my Mimi when it's not school and stuff. She lives in East Tennessee, and we'll go stay with her for a weekend or a week or so. The cousins and family that lives around here, they will usually visit, when we have to go to on the weekends or something. And so I think we all just come together and have a good time with them when they're here because they have little ones and they just make it more fun. I mean, there's a lot more arguments. Yeah, well, my sister usually just stays in her room, and then my brother discovered Fortnite, and so he's always playing that, and I'm yelling at him to get off it. And so just
But you can talk about how you want to go out and do things, and it's just not something that we can do.
especially when I'm wanting to go out and do something, but to get my mind off things that are depressing or something. And then you can't go anywhere, really. It was like a bubble. Well, Harper's outside playing with friends right now. They like playing school in one of their garages. They're 8 to 6. I still like playing with people around those ages. I find it entertaining. I'm going in a campus. It's right outside my neighborhood, so I can walk there. There's half on Zoom and half class. 30 people in all.
Harper's class, so he's 4th grade. He's transitioning to in-person, but his online class is 28 students with one teacher. One teacher, 28 students on a Zoom.
And they're 4th graders. And Belle, she hasn't made any friends because she doesn't go to in-person school. And there's no people around the neighborhood that we've seen that's around her age. So
high school kids just don't come out.
Oh yeah, and high school kids just don't come out of their rooms. Well, of course it's different. We're 6 hours away doing virtual, and we somehow still keep up. Really, with all that's going on, we just do church on Sundays, and then we'll attend some Zooms. Like yesterday, we attended the blessing of the animals, and we'll pray before we eat, like usual.
How do we do church at home?
We take turns reading a passage, and then we listen to a video, either Miss Mary or Miss Cindy made.
In the Book of Common Prayer, we just do like the noonday service. We usually do it at lunchtime or after lunch. We'll sit around the table. It is truly something that makes us unique. A friend of mine, a classmate of mine, actually, he's a Methodist preacher, and him and I talked about it at the first of quarantine. He said his congregation, they were really kind of struggling. And I said, to be honest, we're not. I can do the exact same thing we do at church. We do it at home. We have the format. It's all in the Book of Common Prayer, and he was familiar with it. He said, I'm really curious to see how big of a difference that is for people who don't have that kind of structure. It put me in the mindset of the original Christians. I mean, you were doing it at home. It was just, around the table with your family. In the Sunday school.
It's just hard because sometimes all they talk about is what they're gonna do when they get back to church. I'm just sitting here like, okay.
It's really nice to get out of the house and see my friends again.
Hey St. Margaret's, it's been great to reconnect with the youth group and spend time with some of the people that I grew up with.
It was definitely a blessing to have many people around my age live close to me. It was a blessing to make friends very quickly when I went to school. It's also a blessing because in the mornings, okay, I don't like walking, but it's just refreshing because we walk to school in the morning, and like I wear shorts a lot, even with the cold weather. It's fine for me. So like it's chilly. You can hear birds chirping when you're walking, and then your brother yelling. Like overall, it's just feels like a blessing walking to school. Well, something I've heard and that I've really thought of is you have to live in the present, not the past.
You're tougher because of this. You're stronger.
Yeah, I do grow stronger. When there's something challenging, I'll say to myself, you moved during a pandemic. This is nothing. And so I'll do it. And then I'll have anxiety, of course, because that's just me, but I'll get through it.
So Emily, with this one, like Dad and I we do money part, but as a kid, you don't have the money part. But what can you give back to St. Margaret's? Yeah, showing up for Sunday school, talking, sharing.
One thing that will help me engage is I always leave my video on, but something about it just makes me feel like I'm actually there.
The way you interacted with some of the younger kids, you would sometimes take care of them or lead by example for them. That's definitely part of stewardship.
I would help my dad sometimes carry the money to the altar during the offering, yeah. And I would acolyte is it? I already asked to do stuff with my friends or family outside of the home, so I'll probably do more of that.
Hopefully I can start saying yes more often.
Yeah.
Go to the beach, go on
Go to
vacation.
the
We didn't
beach,
go
yeah.
on vacation.
Go on vacation. Hopefully
Sleepovers.
But in the classroom, at school, we only stay in that classroom and the teachers rotate. And we usually don't do that. And then recess, we divide. And so I would like to meet more friends out of my classroom. So right now, I'm pretty sure Charlie is the only one in their class and his age division. I hope they get more people.
So you hope they get more kids to participate?
Yeah, I'm the A division.
Okay, say that.
H division.
Say I hope they get more kids to
Just
participate.
said that.
I know, but the way you said it was kind of-
Oh, okay. Then I hope they get more kids in the classes.
Is there a community service project or a community service thing that you would like to see them work on?
I mean, it's not that serious, but
Say it.
maybe like redo the playground. Because the church is a place to worship, and some people like Miss Mary spend a lot of time there working on sermons and people who help her, and they provide you all the stuff you need or ways that you can worship. And so it's a good offering. A good offering would really help, even if it's just like something little.
When we moved, I was kind of waiting to see if she would ever say it, but when we moved out here, we're the new man. We're in a cul-de-sac. We're the new men on the street. This girl straight up sidewalk chalk, big huge letters, multiple times. Black Lives Matter.
It's still up there.
She does not care.
We have 2 African American neighbors, and I'm close with both of them. So one of their mom took a picture of it.
Yeah, Emily doesn't know it, but one day when she had written it, I looked out the window and I saw one of the neighbors, the one with the younger kid. She came out to her car and she took a picture of it, and she looked pretty happy, and then got in her car and left.
Oh yeah, so her and them. Because Bailey's parents also did that.
Yeah. So they've definitely noticed, Mims. They've definitely taken stock and notice, and I'm sure there's a lot of appreciation there.
I'm glad to be back at youth group because I love the interaction and I miss my friends, and I wish like we were allowed to all congregate again, and I can't wait for it to happen.
She's done well.